This evening, we're going to hear from three of our sisters who work in rather special outreach ministries for the Dominican Sisters of Springfield. We have Sister Mary Jean Traeger, we have Sister Kathleen Ryan, we have Sister Regina Marie. So I've asked them to come together to share with us some of their experiences in their ministry to give us a better understanding of what they are doing for God's people.
I'm Sister Kathleen Ryan, and I work in Aurora, Illinois, with, as Sister Philip Neri said, with immigrant women. And we have been at this for about 19 years, and the program really began with a television program. I was watching what was then the Charles Kuralt show on Sunday morning, and saw a program administered by the Mercy Sisters. There were two of them in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And they had set up a little program where each woman in need had their own tutor and learned to read and write. And the minute I saw that program, I thought, I'd love to do that. And so that's how it all started. We had 4 students and me in the basement of an older church. I had a card table and a few chairs, some of which were wobbly, but they worked enough. And now we have 200 women. All of them have their own tutor, and we have 190 volunteers, trained volunteers, that work with their student. So we can see that television program really grew.
My name is Sister Regina Marie Bernet, and I've been working in prison ministry since 1998. I also give out angel cards, and angel cards are things like acceptance, humor, openness, strength, delight, and they're to look for how they can practice that word during the week and report back the next week of how they did. Well, this one woman, when she came back, she said, mine's light, and I didn't know what to do, didn't seem to make any sense to me. And the woman next to her, who was an older woman, said, with tears rolling down her cheeks, the other day I was having a very hard time. You came over and talked to me. And a woman from across the table said, that's light. You gave her light. So, between all of them, they seem to be able to kind of boost each other up on that. I also work on self-concept, and so I'll say, okay, Mary, you are a good person. You are a worthwhile person. You are a capable person. You are a lovable person. All right, now you have to say it to the woman on the other side of you. And so they do that all the way around the table. And one time I was really surprised, because all of a sudden they said, Sister Regina Marie, you are a good person. So anyway, I tell them that if they said that every morning when they got up, every night before they went to bed, and it would take probably 2 months for them still to feel that these are true statements.
One of the things that we came up with as part of that task force was what we called the Beloved Community. And it is a partnership between neighborhood associations and churches in that neighborhood. And our parish, for instance, now has the meeting, once a month meeting of the City Services Task Force and the Beloved Community. And we worked together with the people in the neighborhood. We had a huge neighborhood cleanup and had about 300 people that showed up, not just from our neighborhood, but from other parts of the city. So we are learning gradually how to engage people in the neighborhood and to be engaged by them and to hear what it is that that is of concern to them.
Thank you so much for sharing these stories with us. You are truly in leadership positions and showing us that leadership is for service. May God continue to bless you and your respective ministries.